Welcome to AlphaCars and Motorcycles. Today it's a beautiful sunny spring day in New England, and it's the perfect day to take a look at this 2012 Mercedes-Benz E550 Cabriolet. In this video, we're going to take a look at its overall condition and go over its standout features. And to give you a quick summary on this vehicle, only has 52,000 miles. It is a one-owner car, clean Carfax. There is a very thoroughly documented service history on the Carfax as well. The original owner and only owner, they really pampered this Mercedes, and they also optioned it out with over $11,000 in factory options, including the P2 package. So if you're new to the channel, welcome to AlphaCars. We share daily motoring content on exciting things like this E550, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. But now, let's take a closer look at this Mercedes. Let's start out by taking a look at the exterior condition. It is very sunny today, so I'll do my best to keep the camera out of the glare. And I will note that I'll move the vehicle a bit later in the video so we can take a look at that gorgeous interior without any shadows. And we will check out the top operation and go over the material condition of that as well later in this video. I will note as far as the exterior that it is all original paint on the metal surfaces. And if you want to read the paint meter readings for each panel, that is in the online listing where we have laid out there for each panel the paint depth as noted by our paint meter readings there. So as we start, let's start at the front of the vehicle. This paint was actually optioned, it was selected. It's diamond white metallic. It was a $1,500 option on its own, and especially in the sun, you have that kind of metallic that comes through. The car also has a very nice pinstriping that was done, another touch that the original owner added on when they bought it. So you can really tell they loved this vehicle and wanted to go the extra mile with caring for it and making it the exact vehicle, you know, that they wanted. And you can see even the red part of that paint striping actually matches the interior as well. I think it looks really nice, adds a nice classy touch. And back to the condition. So the headlights are in very nice condition, as well as all the chrome on the vehicle. I don't see any pitting or discoloration. Same thing with the bumper. Even on these front edges, there's no scuffs or anything, as if someone drove the vehicle carelessly, especially maybe near curbs or something like that. You can tell it just was really driven with care. As we check out the hood's condition, no dents or any damage to speak of. The windshield is in very nice condition. I don't see any considerable pitting, no chips or anything like that. And even this gloss black trim panel right here at the top looks very nice as well. Same thing with all the mirrors, even the mirror edges that'll commonly pick up some damage. Maybe if the vehicle's taken in and out of the garage, it might bump a trash can. None of that on this car whatsoever. And all this gloss black trim looks really nice as well. Let me get the camera nice and close to the panel here, and we can look down at very glossy. We did lightly just polish it here. Our detailing technician did an awesome job just to bring out a bit of gloss in that paint. The car was already in really awesome condition, but we're really perfectionists here, and we wanted to pass the car on to its next owner really needing absolutely nothing. So we knew the paint could be slightly improved just with a one-step polish, and that's exactly just what we did. So all that looks very nice. I don't see any door dings or scratches or anything. It looks awesome, and especially in the sunlight, you're gonna see any imperfections really clear as day. So sometimes when a vehicle is in maybe the shade or optimal lighting, it can be hard to pick out imperfections, but the sun really doesn't hide anything. And there's a couple, this is just dust and pollen. I will note, I don't want to mar the paint or anything by wiping it off, but there's no damage on the trunk lid at all. That's just some stuff that's blown on the car, as it is spring here in New England. Now let's go down the passenger side of the vehicle. That nice sharp body line looks awesome. I apologize for any shadows with the mirrors there, as I'm working with the lighting conditions here. And once again, very glossy finish. I don't see any imperfections to speak of. There's a little, you might not even see it on camera, but there's a light maybe surface scuff right here that I'm sure that could be removed if we maybe compounded that area. As I said, we did kind of a one-step polish. But other than that, I don't really see anything standing out. And honestly, to see what I just pointed out to you, you would really need a trained eye in person to even pick up on that. These wheels are awesome. These are the split 5-spoke AMG wheels. And these are a part of the appearance package that this car has, and they look awesome. Check this out. No imperfections seen on these. We're gonna go around to all four. And this front right wheel here looking really, really nice. Even the brake caliper looks nice, and those nice big drilled rotors, no abnormal wear or rust or corrosion on those, all very clean. And another big thing, big telltale sign that this person really loved this car is they put the really some of the best tires money can buy for road use, Michelin Palette Sport 4S's. These were replaced, I believe, within 2,000 miles ago. They're all at 90% material remaining or a tad more. And you can just tell the person, they didn't cheap out, so to speak, on anything on this car. Any little bit of service that we've reviewed on it when we did our comprehensive inspection, you know, just like the tires, as these were a recent service item right before we acquired the vehicle, they really just pulled out all the stops and got the best materials or tires or the like that money can buy. So the only thing I'm seeing is maybe a slight little imperfection here from maybe a little pebble or a rock chip on the wheel. But other than that, I don't see any other imperfections on these wheels. The brakes are in really nice shape as well. We can see there's no corrosion or anything there. And the rotor surfaces are all very clean. And I will note that the brakes have 75% material remaining on the front and 90% material remaining on the back. Now, let's take a look at the back of the vehicle. I didn't give you a close look there yet. A couple little light scuffs right here on the diffuser panel, as you can see. So now with the E550 relocated, let's take a look at this gorgeous interior with that red seating and the red accents and the door cards there. This car really just has so many nice options on it. And I love that it's a convertible. We've got the door and rear windows down. I will show all that operation when we use the top. But now that we can just kind of reach into the car, let's take a look at the condition of the seating and the plastics and everything. It all presents really nicely, really very minimal signs of wear. We have a nice armrest here, and this, I like it. It kind of snaps into place really nice. It works really nice. Same thing with our cup holders back here for our rear occupants. It all just works really nicely. Minor imperfection on the leather right here, I will note. But other than that, I don't see anything else with the rear seating area. And it is awesome that it's a convertible with a rear seating area. My Roadster convertible, there's obviously, you're lucky to even have two people fit in there, as the the seats are right up against the bulkhead. So with this having the rear seating here, and they have some nice kind of bolsters to them, so they're going to hold you in the seat nice. They're also very comfortable, and we can see the carpet condition. Everything back here is very nice, and we have the protective plastic there, and we even have an outlet, and then we have some vents back there as well for the rear occupants. Let's open up our passenger compartment, and just everything presents really nice. We can see the door, all the plastic, there's no gouges or anything. Even if you look under at the edges of the door, it's all corrosion free. Even this chrome panel and all these little Torx fasteners look very, very nice. Even looking in the door jamb, look how clean the door jamb is. You can tell they always had the vehicle regularly detailed. When we got it, like I said, it was already very, very clean and just such a well cared for vehicle. Taking a look at the seats, these do have the air scarf, and you can see it literally looks like a dash vent in the seat that you can aim. And it's kind of cool watching these headrests go up and down as well, which they both work awesome. But this air scarf is, I wish my car had it. It is a nice warm breeze of air on your shoulders and neck, kind of like a scarf. It's quite why it's called the air scarf, I believe. So especially maybe an early spring day or a fall day where it's a bit chilly and you've got the top down, it's literally like a warm air scarf around your neck. It's really quite amazing. And these seats are also heated and ventilated. And when I'm in the driver's seat, I will walk you through the controls as we can see everything function. But let's take a look at the passenger seat, the leather condition, the bolsters, everything looks really, really nice. There's really no imperfections. Let me zoom out on the camera a little bit here. And really just, I wouldn't really call this an imperfection or anything. It's just really light wear on that outer bolster. Very, very light wear. Really, it's just kind of the leather aging, in my opinion. So this vehicle is a 2012. It was very well taken care of. We've got the nice storage net here. And let's take a look at something really cool. We've got the glove box down, and we've got all the booklets with the car, the owner's manual, even the voice control system, the command operating instructions there. Really, all the booklets that came with the vehicle are still with it. Once again, another telltale sign the person really cared for this car. And now check this out. This is super cool. We have the original window sticker that the original owner left with the vehicle. So once again, it's just amazing seeing this level of care with this vehicle. And we can see this has been folded, but it hasn't been misplaced. There's no water damage. You can read everything. Original MSRP on this car, $76,960. Now, today, you can have it really at a fraction of that and still enjoy all of these awesome features. So we can check out some of these packages here, the Premium 2 package, wood trim package, appearance package, and there's really more. We can see they paid for that diamond white color. They chose the red and black leather, and that black ash wood trim looks like it was a special order as well. And of course, don't forget, this is an E550. We've got the V8 under the hood, 402 horsepower, and that really nice 7-speed automatic transmission that really works well in these Mercedes. So now that we've got a good look at the passenger side, you can see the dash, everything is it's in awesome shape. Let's jump over to the driver's side. Let me give you a look at the driver's seat, and then I'll sit in it and we'll turn on the ignition and start the vehicle. So once again, I would say just normal, I wouldn't call, imperfections, but just some normal very light wear on the leather, just kind of the leather aging. And we have the rear bolsters and everything of the seat look really nice, or the upper bolsters, I guess you could say. And obviously all the controls with how the seat is adjusted to your liking with those air valves in the seat. It's all like airbags and valves. It's pretty cool how all this works. These seats are just so comfortable. And as a part of that appearance package, I believe it was, you get the stainless steel pedals with the little rubber grips on them. These make an awesome difference, especially if your feet are kind of wet. And we'll take a look at the driver's door. You can see the door jamb. It's all super clean. The edges of the door, no damage or corrosion. This door plate here looks really good. And this is especially a common wear area on any vehicle, and I don't see any wear or imperfection or like someone had their arm there for years or something like that. It all just looks very nice. And of course, all the functions of the seat, everything just works as designed. Just to kind of show you quickly here. So now looking at the steering wheel, really nothing out of the ordinary there. Maybe a little bit of very light wear just right here. It looks like they like to turn the volume down sometimes, but really that's it of what I'm seeing on everything. We can see the clock just turned there. I love that kind of classic feature there. But let's hop in. And what we're gonna do is put a foot on the brake and just hit our start button. Starts right up, runs super smooth. Our command system's booting up here. 73 degrees out, very nice day in New England here. Perfect day to be outside in a convertible. We can see the navigation works great. We're right here in Boxborough at our dealer. The GPS kind of antenna is working as it's supposed to. Even looking here, there's some very cool features here. So if we press this button, we can see there's a partially hidden wind deflector on the back of the convertible here. When I press this button, these rise up as they're also additional headrests for the rear passengers, but you also get the additional wind protection. And these I currently own, like I said, a Roadster convertible, and the wind deflector on the back between the rear roll protection makes a massive difference, especially on the highway, as far as noise and the wind on you. All the features work as designed. Our seat vents work really good, and the air scarves work great as well. I can really turn everything on and show you. It just all works as designed. The automatic climate control dual zone works really good. I've got it turned up to 77 because the blower motor will kick on pretty loud. I don't want that to disturb our microphone, but I'll do that briefly. The AC is ice cold in this car. It works really good. And everything's just very smooth and crisp and quiet and works as it should. There's no sticky buttons or anything of that nature. You can just tell that, you know, the person really cared for everything. And actually, since the car's been running and the top's open, a lot of the heat has been already dispersed from the cabin, so it all blows very cold and very nice there. Same thing, our menus all work really good. If I hit back here, I can pull up some of our menus. So right now we're on the navigation, but we can maybe go to the system, we can set our time, all sorts of different things here. And of course, this isn't showing you how to work everything. This isn't going over every feature of the car. I just purely just wanted to show you that it all functions as designed. And the standout features, which are kind of quick to show, really do make a big difference in this car. Another awesome thing, 2 factory keys with the car. So we have this key in very nice condition and this key in very nice condition. To me, it looks like maybe this one was used a bit less, but we've got 2 keys there, factory keys. That saves you a lot of money there. I know recently I've had my eye on some used German vehicles, and part of the reason I didn't buy one of them is because it only had 1 key, and it's multiple $100s to get another key from the dealer and to have it programmed. So that is really a big plus right there. Taking a look, there's the ashtray right here. You can see, I don't believe that's ever been used. It's squeaky clean in there. No like burn marks or anything. And everything just works really as designed in this car. There's no warning lights or anything. And it's a just really smooth running vehicle. So speaking of smooth running vehicle, let's pop the hood. So as I quickly pull the little red lever there, let's pop this up and take a look. So as I find the latch there, very, very clean engine bay. Everything's very sorted. It idles very happily. You can see the fender fasteners there. There's no tick marks or wrench marks, anything like that. All the paint is undisturbed. Same thing, the cowl up there looks really nice. Even all the fire blanket or kind of sound deadening in the hood, sound insulation, whatever you may want to call it, all that looks really nice. And even the front of the hood here on the edge and the chrome, it all presents very nicely. I don't see any rock chips or anything like that. And once again, let's just have a listen at this idling V8. It all sounds really, really nice and looks very clean under there too. And look, we can see one of those turbochargers there. So as we all know, this engine really is a powerhouse. It sounds really good, and this car is a blast to drive. So now let me shut the engine off. And by doing that, let me show you something cool actually that you may not realize is a feature of this car. So this start button, you may think I'm about to break it, but you can see I pulled it off, and you can actually pull these off of these vehicles and use the key to start the car instead if you needed to do that. So we have that normal kind of fob slot in the dash now, so we can actually plug our key in and start the vehicle right up. So you really have your options there. Some people might prefer to always kind of put the key in the dash there and use that, or maybe if you have to do that in a pinch, but I'm just gonna put our engine start stop button right back in there. Sorry about the camera angle. I'm just trying to work around the steering wheel here, but now we can just start it again, and that's all very cool. So now that the car is running, let's check out the top operation. So I'm gonna set up the camera on a little tripod, and then you can get a nice view of the top operating nice and smoothly. And do note, it is very quiet, the operation is very smooth, and our kind of clamshell lid that comes up in the back, that's all very smooth and works as designed as well. So now let me get in. We can see a little holder there for the seatbelt works really good as it kind of goes in and out to bring it to you, so it's easier to grab, so that's really cool. We can see I've got the seatbelt right here. But now let me show you the top operation. Let's put it up. I'm just gonna hold the button down here. And I've got the mic right on me. If there's any weird noises, you're gonna hear it. This thing is really silent. It's quite amazing. I just heard it latch up here. Everything is going back into place back there. And then there's actually one switch here that brings up all the windows. So ready? All the windows come up, and now it is incredibly quiet in here. Mercedes always do an awesome job of really isolating the environment around you, kind of keeping it out and keeping it nice and quiet inside. And now once again, with one window switch, I can bring all that down. But then also all the independent window switches work as designed. They all work really good. So, but I'm just gonna use the singular window switch and bring everything up. And now let me show you the top going down, because of course you haven't seen that yet. So I'm gonna pull our lever, automatically all of our windows go down. I heard it unlatch here. And there's some subtle sound. Of course that's normal, but I kind of like it. It's kind of a mechanical noise. So now with all that back, we've got all the sky around us, and even I will mention, not talking about the top right this second, there is actually a button to command this seatbelt holder. So maybe you've been sitting here for a few minutes like I have and you're not buckled yet. You can push a button and this brings this out right here to you. So it's super easy to grab. It's really quite amazing. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the top up and then I'll grab the camera and we'll just look around at the top condition, as of course with it being a soft top, we do wanna make sure to inspect that. And now with that really nice red top up, let's take a look at its condition. There's really no imperfections or anything to point out. It's just gonna have its natural kind of, I don't wanna call them wrinkles, but it just has little marks in them from it being used. My Roadster is a soft top, and same thing, it's really on any soft top, there's gonna be these kind of use marks from it, and there's really no way to go around it. You can have a new top put on, and within using it in a pretty short period of time, you know, the top is gonna very quickly have just the kind of fold marks in it. We can see heated glass here. We have the heat lines in it, and it is glass. It's not plexi or anything like that. And now taking a look around the front, no imperfections to see there. It all just looks really nice, really presentable. And taking one last look at this side, there's a little bit of lint on it here, just getting off there for you. And even checking out like the stitching and everything, it all just looks awesome. You know, nothing's separated or anything like that. Now we have a perfect little leeway into checking out the cargo area. So we have this nice divider here where when the top is down, to use the top, I should say, this has to be in the down position because the top folds just into here. So what this does is tell the vehicle it's okay to use the top. There's going to be no cargo in the way. So all we have to do is just give this a push, and that folds out of the way. It has some very nice pneumatic struts, and the trunk is really comparable to any even like sedan, modern sedan trunk. It has plenty of room in here. There is a pass-through from the rear seats. And checking out the mats, let me lay them out very quick for you here. These mats are pretty impressive because we have the front ones here. It almost doesn't look like they were even used. They are in very nice condition. And laying out the rear ones there, they all just look very nice as I've laid them out there on the clean pavement. Now taking a look in the trunk, I did have the mats out a little bit ago, so there was a little bit of just debris they kind of put in here, but I'm taking that out. We've got the original first aid kit here with our net, and we've got our cargo net over here as well. And then if we pull up our trunk floor, we have the factory spare. It all looks very clean in here. The previous owner just really cared for this vehicle, we can tell, because even those kind of white gloves that Mercedes give you, to not dirty your hands if you have a flat. Even those are back included with the car. And things like the first aid kit as well. You know, those are really the first things that get misplaced if they're ever used or taken out of the vehicle. We see that all the time with vehicles where we can kind of tell that they maybe weren't cared for throughout their whole life, and then they're missing things like that. So the person in this vehicle really just took the extra care to make sure to put those things back and keep them with the vehicle. As we saw, even the original window sticker was with the vehicle. And a lot of vehicles that either gets thrown away or the person just kind of keeps it for themselves, but they wanted to pass that along to the next owner. Now looking at the panels in here, everything's just like a deep black shine. It looks awesome. Even the bumper here, you see there's no sun over here, so we can really focus in. There's no scuffs or anything on the bumper, and it all just presents really nicely. And now that we've explored really everything on the E550 except the underbody, let's take a quick look. So we've got the car up on the lift with the wheels removed. We're gonna road force match them. So they're gonna be rebalanced and then road force matched. And we're gonna check the alignment on the car as well. So I took this opportunity to be able to show you kind of what's going on here. So all of the kind of rocker panels and lower areas look really nice on this car. And we're gonna especially focus on the lack of corrosion. There's really little to no corrosion on this car. So check out the rear brake rotors here. Very clean braking surface, and the hat is very clean as well. Looking at the suspension in there, just everything's very clean, even looking at some of the bolts for the control arms. Now, if we take a look under here, check out how clean the splash shields are. The exhaust, look, the exhaust is still shiny. It is really quite impressive. All of these underside of the rocker panels look really good. Nice big front drilled rotors, all very clean. And even it looks like the technicians over the years, this is how they felt about servicing this E550. That was kind of funny when we took the wheel off. But really, this car is in such nice shape, that's our reaction as well. Checking out even the sway bar end link, the threads, everything is just perfectly clean on there. And all these struts are nice and dry, nothing's worn out or leaking. The edges of the front bumper look really nice. And now looping back around to the driver's side front, once again, the caliper's very clean. The rotor has a nice clean braking surface. Like, once again, check that out. If this was a car driven, you know, in the salt in the winter, all of these threads and nuts and bolts, even the ends of the brake lines here, all that would be like orange. It'd be super corroded and rusty. Everything's very dry and clean. And just check that out. It's really a nice looking vehicle. And now we finish off at this rear brake rotor. Once again, it all is consistent with the rest of the vehicle. And let me quickly touch on even all of these plastic splash shields in the front. Nothing's like cracked or missing any of the fasteners. The rear wheel wells have like a carpet lining, so those all check out fine. But especially these, if the vehicle, you know, is driven, kind of misused or driven carelessly, some of these can kind of get cracked up and stuff, and everything is just in really perfect shape. So once again, this really describes how we feel about this car. This is really such a well taken care of car, even when you look underneath it. So now back to our video outro. So I believe I've gone over pretty much everything in this E550. We've gone over the exterior condition, checked out the engine bay, checked out the interior, cargo area, gone over the top condition. And like I said, this is a clean Carfax vehicle, no reported accidents, one owner, really meticulous care, as I'm sure even you are realizing now after having watched this video. It's really impressive. You have to come see this car in person, especially to appreciate it. So if you have any additional questions on the E550, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll do my best to reply. You can email us, sales@alphacars.com. We do ship vehicles. We have varying shipping partners, and we can take care of all that for you. So even if you're not local, you know, feel free to still email us at the email I just said, and that's on the screen, or give us a call, 978-263-9000. We'll be happy to, you know, explore those options for you. So this has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough showroom. We don't usually end the videos right here, but we have to do this when there is the sunlight so we can give you an accurate and unobstructed view of the interior. We can see these are some of our service bays, and we have one of our lifts there that's also our alignment rack. We can see that doors open there as we're about to pull a vehicle in there. So also check us out for your service needs. We also do detailing, paint protection, ceramic coatings. Really, we're a one-stop shop for all things luxury vehicles. So definitely check out our website, alphacars.com, when you get a chance. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like on it and subscribe so then you don't miss out on the latest motoring content.